Well, hello and welcome to the Spirit Safe. My name's Rob. Thank you very much indeed for joining me. Back onto Glenfarclas. I'm in the middle of a vertical tasting. I've compared the 8, 10 and 12 and now we're on to the 15. I've also in the past reviewed the 105 cask strength and the 21-year-old quite a long time ago. So this I actually got for a really good price. I paid 65 Canadian dollars for this out of province. It's not available in BC, and if it was, I think it would be well over $100, considering that the 12 is now probably over 80. Might be 75, 80, could be 85. I don't actually know how much the 12 is in BC, but the 15 isn't available. The 17 is available, and I think they're wanting about 135, 137 Canadian for the 17. For some reason, Glenfarclas seems to trade at quite a big premium in BC. I know BC is more expensive than Alberta generally, but the difference in price between BC and Alberta on Glenfarclas products is really noticeable, actually. So this is bottled at 46% ABV. The 8 and 10 are bottled at 40. The 12 is bottled at 43. The 15 is bottled at 46. So quite a big step up in ABV. And then the 17 unfortunately slips back to 43, which is not so good. In terms of chill filtration and natural colour, I think all Glenfarclas is natural colour. And I think, unfortunately, it does have a little gentle chill filtration in there. But it's made otherwise quite traditionally. They use dunnage warehouses, they use direct fired stills, and it is a family-owned distillery. The packaging theme really generally continues. We've gone from the green colours to the blue to now burgundy tube. But I love the very old-fashioned labels that they do. Except inside, we are now onto brown glass rather than white, rather than clear glass for everything else. So as you climb through the range at 15, it goes to this brown glass, and that's actually something of a shame because it is quite a dark colour. I'll try to show you against the wall. Here we go, old-fashioned packaging. Please never change this. So this will be the 6th Glenfarclas we've had on the channel. I'll try to show you that there. It is a nice, fairly dark colour there. Lots and lots of dried fruits. It is fruity and spicy on the nose. Rich, very rich whiskey this. Raisins, soaked currants. Quite a lot of black currant as well. There's a brand of soft drink syrup that's sold in the UK called Vimto, and I pick up quite a lot of that. Chinese spices, mulled wine spices, tea chest type notes, a black tea, rye spice, maybe a cream, a cheesecake type creaminess with the biscuit base and with the creamy cheesecake. Peach stones, most definitely stone fruits. Chocolate, grapefruit peel, preserved lemon peel, apple skins, slightly rotten pears, but also very, very crisp pears as well. A little bit of a solventy acetone type note. Black pepper, ground cinnamon that just jives with quite a powerful oak. Nutmeg, gingerbread, a kind of spiced rum. And there is, on this Glenfarclas, as with quite a few others, there is a soapiness or almost moisturising cream note. That kind of soapy, oily density, which I guess some people may find off-putting, but for me it's just a feature of Glenfarclas, picking up those soapy notes. Palate is rich and spicy. Lots and lots of sherry notes, raisins, plums, cherries, lots of spice going on, Chinese spices, lots of cinnamon, sweet and sour notes, oranges, chocolate, mint, a sweet ginger, has a nice syrupy, oily mouthfeel, and it's just juicy and spicy and really quite intense. Let's give it a little bit of water. 46% ABV, it will stand a little bit of water. More of the apple skin. A little bit more citrus, but still a lot of oak, a lot of sherry. Slight solvent. Maybe the varnishy note has come through a little bit more. Raisins and currants, lemon and lime. More of a blossom type note, a bit more floral, still picking up that soapiness, quite a lot of oranges, orange peel. After a while you pick up the honeyed malt again. A little bit of cherry menthol as well. And palate, even with a bit of water, plenty oily. It's starting to pick up maple sugar, demerara sugar, fresh ginger, that classic oily malt, spices. It's got a nice acidity there. Sweet fruit, strawberry, cherry, red apple, a little bit of spiced rum. The finish. The soapiness continues onto the finish with some walnuts, pickled ginger, cinnamon candies, bitter lemon, a sort of range of dried spices, the Indian spices, the Chinese spices, which I think jives really well with that little bit of bitter lemon. So an old school sherried Speyside. I think Glenfarclas fans will probably really enjoy this. Soapy note may put off a few people, but it is excellent whiskey, very, very well made. $65 Canadian is an absolute steal for this. There aren't many 15-year-olds you can pick up for that sort of price. So on its own, absolutely excellent, but I would like to do a quick comparison with the 12. So I kept a little sample of that and we will compare the two. Part of the vertical tasting that I like to do. So the 12, a lot lighter, a bit more creamy. Picking up Werther's Original, a kind of coolish caramel. The apple and cereal notes much more apparent. Feels a lot cooler than the 15, which seems a lot more warming. 15, the oak and the spice just way more prevalent. I do think there's more soap on the 15 than on the 12. Maybe a bit of lavender on the 12. Lemon. And the 15 more grapefruit, more peel and things. Yeah, much more honey. The 12, a lot lighter, a lot more honey and cereal, and the 15, much more on the dried fruit end. Powers on the 12, you know, it's fairly clean, spices, apples and pears, cereal notes. The 15, much more dark fruits, much more dried fruits. The oak and cherry much more prevalent. And it feels almost like the 15 has gained some intensity. The way that we're tempted to think about whiskey is it goes into the cask as this undrinkable spirit, and the longer it spends in a cask, the more mellow it becomes with age. And that's not necessarily what's happened here. With the 15, it seems to have picked up some intensity from that oak, and obviously being at a higher ABV as well. So I'd say the 15 is the more intense whiskey than the 12. Maybe the 12 is better for spring and summer, and the 15 for autumn and winter, for colder weather. But I could imagine I could be in the mood to prefer either over the other, depending on which day of the week, I think. Both excellent quality. I think at the moment I'm particularly enjoying the 15. But when I come back to the 12, I'm reminded that that is a very good whiskey at that price point. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this review. Let me know if you'd like to see more Glenfarclas on the channel. I'll probably do the 17 later in the year. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the review, and look forward to seeing you soon. Cheers. Goodbye.